What's going on out there in YouTube and Rumble Land? Hope everybody's having a good day, decent, you know how the routine goes. A win's a win, a win's a win, a loss is a loss. Learning is learning. Oh, tell you one thing, this energy has been wonky as fuck. That is for damn sure. And like I said, a couple readings ago, there's confirmation on that one too, right there. Oh, I don't know about you, but for those of us who are getting tested, hopefully we're getting to the end of this shit. That's for damn sure. Seriously. Because, wow. World in Temperance. Temperance been on the bottom and shuffling, so I'm going to sit here and say you're balanced. You're balanced in pretty much most aspects. Facing your truth with that King of Swords, standing for your truth with that King of Swords. You know? Ten of Wands. I think for most of us what this is saying, I mean, there are still quite a few of you out there that are starting your journey. And that Ten of Wands, especially in this deck, I'm going to look at this as a door. Like, the door of, like, what you can't go back to. For the rest of us who are being tested, so we can, in essence, start a better cycle than what we're in right now. Just slowly go up that hill. I say it's getting about closing time, to be honest with you. Because, I mean, well, look at this card it's shaped like lattice, okay? It's shaped like lattice. And it's reinforced with one going up and one going across. So, in this deck, I'm going to say Ten of Wands is a door that's basically looking at you and going, sorry, you had to close that chapter. You had to close that cycle. You were in that cycle way too long. 3, 2, 1 just passed. And we had to get you out of that cycle. The only way to get you out of that cycle was to do what we had to do. 4 coins. Yeah, no, lyric comes to mind from Slipknot. I'm learning how to hold on to let go. You know, some of you are learning on what to hold on to, what not to hold on to. Some of us are just like understanding that the Three of Wands just came out, that, you know what? You hold on to something gently till you figure out what's going on, and then you can make your decision. It's funny, I say make your decision, and the Hangman in reverse comes out with something else behind it. The 5 of Coins. Yeah, no, you're not going to sit there and... Row 1 is 3 of Wands, Ace of Coins, and Hangman in reverse. And I'm so honestly getting is with this Three of Wands right here, look at how the wands are shaped. Kind of like this one's going to be easier to get through. It's just, I'm looking at the two circular things as, in essence, locks that you have to unlock, and once you unlock, the door becomes weakened to where you can go through it. Ace of Coins. I'm looking at this one right this very second, is like yin yang, the good and the evil. You have to mix in both in order to get the Ace of Coins. Duality. Understanding that shadow side. And see, you're gaining understanding. You're gaining stuff that you need. It's not so much even looking at red flags. For those of us who are being tested, it depends on what kind of test that you're being given. You know, like for me, it's understanding the difference between helping and doing, and teaching. Not so much being a student right this very second, but it's more of a teaching aspect for me. You know, kind of like on how everything's been so spotty the last 2 weeks, is because I've legitimately been doing work. And as we all know, when the universe gives you homework in your own personal life, you got to do it. You don't have a choice in the matter at all. Plain and simple. You just got to do it. So, well, Ace of Cups, Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is looking at the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Cups is in reverse. Page of Wands is looking at the Magician, both in reverse. Kind of like, it's honestly like you're waiting to move forward. King of Wands is in reverse, but looking at that King of Cups in the upright with the Knight of Wands. And if you look at the Knight of Wands, doesn't that door look a little less clusterfucked? Like, this is more of a door that, like, you yourself would need to go through. This is a door that you have to go through. Because see, right now with these in reverse and looking at them the way I look at them, okay, yes, they're looking. But is your cup running over it? No, it's fucking upside down. The fuck good is that gonna do for a fucking cup? Seriously, people, come on. Get with the fucking program. You're guarding an empty cup. You're fighting every step of the way. Because you think it's what you're supposed to be doing. Somebody's basically giving you an Ace of Wands, saying here's one of your, like with me, I'm handing the person I'm helping an Ace of Wands and going here. This is what you need to do. So you can get to here. So you can sit here and you can, come on, 2 of coins in the reverse with 3 of coins in the upright. You have the community around you, it's just you're not utilizing the community. Whatever is going on, someone that you are around, because with most of this shit, if you're watching me and depending on how far you are in your journey, this is most likely going to be a test, straight up, plain and simple. I don't think I really have too many like newbies watching me. I don't think so anyway. So I'm just going to presume that this is a test. And it's like you're helping this individual, but this individual is sitting here and got their mind on everything else but what they're supposed to be doing. Because it's like, I'm not even going to say the 3 of Wands is an exit door, but the 3 of Wands is a door. Okay? And, you know, the snake with the rose hovering over what I'm going to consider a plate is like, you know, the rose is them like as long as they get what they want. The snake is them going, wait a minute here. And see, with the hangman in reverse, you're seeing this. You're understanding this. And with the magician in the reverse, along with the Knight of Wands, whoever you're helping, their attention is completely on something that is just physically not working. And henceforth why it's just kind of like you're sitting here you're sitting here in your full energy, looking at shit, thinking about shit, putting 2 and 2 together, and it's not so much that the King of Wands is in reverse, it's what he's doing. And he's looking at at the King of Cups, because the King of Cups is sitting here going, like, truly, what the fuck? And with that 9 of Wands, it's like you're sitting there going, like you're shaking your head and just like, and see with the 9 of Wands, it's got an arrow pointing that way. So it's pointing towards the future. It's just like, okay, fine, whatever. Let's get this done. Let's get that done. Oh, you're not listening? Oh, you're not doing this? Oh, you're still set here in this mindset? Well, then guess what? It's like you have boundaries just as well as anybody else does. What we got on the bottom of the deck? Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, you're shining your light, and it's just like you know that the time has come to pass. Oh, well, a little bit of Whitechapel there for you. King of Wands. Yeah, you're sitting there just chilling like, okay, anytime now. And that resonates with my ass to a T. 9 of Pentacles. In the reverse. Yeah, you already realized what the fuck's going on. It took you a minute to realize what was going on, but as soon as you realized what was going on, it was easy for you to fucking slip into that gear. Why? Because we pay attention. 14:41 on the clock just passed. Because we pay attention. Like, you were blessed, you tried to help, you know, basically. The Ace of Wands over, yeah, can see you, you can see exactly to a T what's going on. See exactly to a T what's going on. Just because they can't, you can. I'm taking this as there's probably going to be, for most of us, it's going to be one last and bon voyage, so don't be surprised. The Hanged Man, again, and it fell over the Knight of Wands in reverse, or the Page of Wands in reverse. Yeah, no, strength. Strength over the Magician, and they're both in reverse. I mean, come on. It's pretty much self-explanatory there, is it not? The Three of Coins. Guess who understands duality? Guess who understands what's going on? See, you're trying to teach. You're sitting there and telling the person what to do. You know, you're just sitting there or standing there you know, hey, listen here. Because the person is like not ready, but you can't get anything drawn. 1717 just passed when I kind of looked up and saw. You can't draw anybody that's not sitting there, and you can't teach somebody, hey, this is how you do this, this is how you do this. Because it's just, they're not listening. They're not sitting here. The world in reverse. Yeah, no. I mean, you know what's going on. Yes, you do. It's kind of like with me. I looked at multiple people and was like, I'm not doing anything until after eclipse season is over. Straight up. Not doing it. You can come at me, bro, all you want to. It's not happening. Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. We got the Queen of Pentacles over the King of Cups. I mean, you're sitting on your throne. You're sitting on your throne and then the phone rings. You're sitting on your throne and the phone rings. Like I said, you're still doing, see, this is the only part of this that is a lesson for you is this, ooh, what we got here? I had one more come out. 10 of Cups in reverse. We have the Emperor in reverse on the bottom of the deck. This is, like I said, the test for you was most likely going to be not running and jumping into whatever the fuck was presented to you. Whether it was a job, whether it was a relationship, whether it was a friendship. There's a difference between helping somebody and sitting there and just running and jumping, you know. Look at that. There's a difference, and look at that. Everybody else agreed with me too, so. But yes. because, I mean, what I'm feeling is the only two cards that are not for you are the first two in the middle. And that's more or less you just seeing what you already know come to fruition. Okay? Plain and simple. You seeing what you know coming to fruition. So, in the bottom row, with the World in reverse and the King of Wands in reverse, it's you pretty much closing out a cycle and understanding what's going on and how it's going on. And understanding that there's a difference between doing what you have done in the past and doing what you are currently doing in this cycle. This little bitty cycle. Because this is, to be fair, something tells me that a lot of us are just going through eclipse energy right now. They're just spinning shit up just because, hey, guess what? The energy's wonky. You need to work on this, so here, we're going to do this. This is exactly what it's probably going to wind up being. Which is fine. We got to be tested, because if we're being tested now, then that means that what we want is actually getting ready to come in, slowly but surely, at a steady pace. So with all that being said, you know, you got to look at it from a standpoint of what am I learning? Because you're going to know when somebody comes in. Funny. I literally was just saying, you're going to know when somebody comes in 2:22 on or 22:22 on the clock as well. You're going to know when somebody comes in that is legitimately for you. Lovers on the bottom of the deck. Now, mind you, the Lovers was on the bottom of the deck before, 22, 42, and 44. But I just literally got done, and I was sitting here zoning off and talking. But Lovers is on the bottom of the deck? Come on. Yeah, no, it's legitimately, once eclipse season is over, I'm not saying that you're in hermit mode, because we're not in hermit mode, but it's almost like we're finishing up our hermit mode phase, 2314, just passed. We're finishing our hermit phase in general, basically. You know, it's kind of like you're seeing, by you doing you and by you getting everything done that you need to get done, you're actually seeing what it's like to sit there and actually, this is like a precursor. As long as you did it right and as long as you did it correctly and followed what you say and what you've said and everything else, yeah, this cycle is coming to a close and you're opening up a new one. Six of Wands. What did I say? You will know when somebody is coming in for you. Plain and simple. Yeah. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not taking those. Eight of Cups. You're walking away. It's not so much, I mean, some of you may very well be walking away from what doesn't serve you. And that's fine. But this may very well be you walking away from past traits that you always did and always have done. It's just like with the shit that's going on, I've made myself perfectly clear, and I still consider myself the same way I considered myself a month and a half ago. You know, you have to sit here and you have to stick to your guns, because by you sticking to your guns, you send the vibration out to the universe that says, hey, I've learned this. What did I just say? And the Sun was the first card I saw. Yeah, the four of Swords. You're sitting here, you're resting, you're relaxing, you're getting your stuff done. No harm, no foul. Justice is coming in. Nine of Pentacles for over here, because you can clearly see that they don't know their worth, that they're still, in essence, doing the same old games, the same old shit that people have done. And this is what you're trying, this is either what you're trying to teach out of, or this is what you're trying to get rid of. Because you're sitting there with your wand in your hand, looking forward, and see, with the sprouts on the wand, it's almost like you understand this now. Henceforth why the sun came out. Yeah, you're on to bigger and better things. Five of Wands are the Five of Pentacles. We got the Ten of Wands in reverse. The Queen of the Ten of Wands in the upright. The Queen of Cups in reverse. The Two of Pentacles, followed by the Eight of Swords, the Four of Cups, and Justice. Person A, person B. Or it could be both. I'm just saying to put it into groups. We got the Ten of Wands to the Queen of Cups in reverse. Somebody doesn't understand how to love themselves. It's not so much that they're juggling, it's just they're having a hard time understanding this concept. This, on the other hand, is understanding, realizing, and Justice is coming in. See, you're not stuck because guess what? You already see the Three Cups and you're paying attention. It's just the simple fact of you had to make a simple pit stop, basically. More or less, like it's like what I was telling one of my cohorts the other day. It's like, hey, we ain't got your shit ready quite yet. Here, take this. This will keep you occupied for a little bit, basically. Is the way I look at it. Page of Swords. Yeah, it's not so much that you're new at this, it's just you're new on how it's going down. You're learning, but the amount that you're learning is just you're learning what you've already learned to avoid. You're just sharpening your skills. That's all that you're doing. You're just sharpening your skills. Did we have a flipper that I didn't see? I swore I just saw a card. I swore I just saw a card. No? Okay. Temperance in reverse on the bottom. Need one more to close it out. One more to close this bitch out. But yeah, no, this is literally, I'm going to sit here and say this is most likely dealing with just eclipse energy. Honestly. Tower. Yeah. Tower. Strength on the bottom, followed by now, if that doesn't sum up this motherfucking goddamn read, like a champ, 29-22 on the clock. Knight of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, Ace of Wands. With the Strength card, this is going to be more of a, this is going to be more of a, hey, somebody's coming in with an offer. They're going to realize what you went through in general, and that's your new beginning. Because look, we have strength, you sitting there, people listening, you're talking, And now, guess what? The Two of Wands. You can legitimately look towards the future. You can legitimately sit here and look at something and go, okay, this is it. So, not a bad read. Not a bad read. Not a bad read at all. Yeah, because we got that eclipse fucking energy coming in on the fucking 21st, which is like, what, 5-6 days away? So, yeah, we're going to have I think it's a solar eclipse. I'm going to have to look at YouTube and get my knowledge up to date on that shit, because that's astrology and I just dabble. So, but there's your read, folks. And not a bad read. Just confirmation for most of us, which we already know anyway. But it's kind of nice to have confirmation a little bit, so at least you know you're on the right track, you know. So, till next time, peeps. Namaste.